All right, well, it is 8 o'clock. I want to welcome everybody to Coffee Coaching. We have Barbarian Bakery and Trey Sorrell Dose. I always have a hard time saying that. Putt, who is our sponsors. And today we have Chip Riddleberger and Carly Horton from the Delaware Department of Labor. And I think there's a lot of people excited to hear what you got to say.
All right, thank you. Chip Riddleberger with, I'm the Community Relations Coordinator and Supervisor of the Business Services Unit within the Department of Labor's Division of Employment and Training. And I'm gonna give an introduction in terms of how we're outlining the presentation. I'm gonna go over our Business Services Unit and what that entails, along with benefits of Delaware Joblink to employers, and then open that up for a Q&A. And then Carly Horton is going to provide a presentation, an overview of OJT, or on the job training program, as well as our Elevate Delaware program. So I'm going to go ahead and Carly, I don't know if you can switch to slides. Okay. This is just an introduction of, as I just stated, the Division of Employment and Training connects employers and job seekers. We have 4 comprehensive, what we call AJCs, American Job Centers statewide. And that's our link to Delaware Joblink, which I'll state several times throughout the presentation. Joblink.delaware.gov. It is a one-stop shop, free of service, because we're a state agency and a public entity for both employers as well as job seekers. These are our office locations. We have 4, one in Wilmington, Fox Valley, the other in Newark, Chapman Road, Dover, on Bay Road, and Georgetown as well. That's
Sorry, I apologize. It's doing it on its own now.
Oh, I say, yeah, okay. Moving through there a little quickly, but mind of its own. Okay. This, again, those are office locations, and wanted to leave that up for a second. Now I'm going to get into just an overview of our Business Services Unit. On the next slide, we have 4 BSRs, or Business Service Representatives statewide, each based out of the 4 AJCs that were just noted on the last slide. The BSRs, they assist the Delaware Business Community with all of their workforce development needs, everything from hiring to apprenticeship and training, and then marketing of our programs and services. And they're a wealth of knowledge. They all have been in those positions for quite some time, and they really cultivate and build the relationships with the Delaware business community and those employers out there, everything from large businesses down to small businesses, 51 employers or less. And those are the contacts for the business service representatives, the BSRs, on your slide now. And if we can go to the next slide. Okay. This is, so Delaware Joblink. Employers use Delaware Joblink as a self-service tool to build and post job orders and then search for their next employee. DET provides staff-assisted services to employees through our Business Services Unit. Each AJC, or American Job Center, has, as I noted, a business service rep. Okay. And so Delaware Joblink, let me just give a quick overview of that. It is a user-friendly self-service workforce development system that was developed by a consortium of state workforce agencies called AJLA, which is American Joblink Alliance. Employers use Delaware Joblink as a self-service tool to build and post job orders. The site brings businesses to qualified talent, job seekers to jobs, and career explorers to information. Again, as a service to the public workforce system, all of this is completely free to use. As long as you have Wi-Fi, as long as you have a computer connection, you can get on to joblink.delaware.gov, DJL. The 3 primary functionalities of DJL, it's a great reporting tool for graphs, for reports and charts that are needed by staff, management, and state and federal officials. I guess it's still toggling through here. Whoops. It's a case management tool. Helps case managers follow through with job seekers most importantly, it's a job piece that consists of a resume builder and a business piece. The business piece, with the business piece, an employer can post job openings and conduct an accurate candidate and resume search, which I know employers out there, a lot of employers these days are looking to find not only candidates to fill positions, but qualified candidates. So that we have job referral specialists at each of our AJCs that can help with that in terms of referring candidates over to employers. And the business service representatives can connect you with those job referral specialists. These are our staff assisted services on the slide on presently. And that's through the business service representatives. They can post jobs for you, refer candidates to you, screen candidates, and recruitment services to include hosting multi-employer, multi-industry job fairs. And we are just now going into our spring job fair push, if you will, March, April, and May. And we get really busy statewide with these multi-employer, multi-industry job fairs. I wanted to quickly note some job fairs that are coming up specifically in Kent County while I'm on this slide. We have one at Polytech on April 27th, and that's 3:30 to 6:30. We have another, we have another coming up on May 3rd, Milford High School from 3 to 5. And then another at Dover High School, May 17th from 3 to 5. And then meant to say this one first, but there's one at Cesar Rodney High School on March 15th. So that's coming up next week. And
Can I ask a question?
sure.
Can people, so businesses can get booths at these shows, is what you're saying?
Businesses, I didn't quite catch all that. Businesses can what?
Get a booth and then potentially
Right.
look for new employees?
I can put the information in the chat for our Kent County Business Services rep. Her name's Jennifer Jerzak, and she does all the employer outreach for our job fairs in Kent County. She's our designated BSR in Kent County. So just wanted to
Okay.
do that as well. So yeah, just wanted to note those job fairs that are coming up for Kent County. We also, with staff assistant services, market open positions, support in utilizing self-services and DJL, rapid response services. Unfortunately, when an employer has to do a mass layoff, we connect with that employer. I'm actually the rapid response or WARN coordinator for the state, and we work with the employer to assist the impacted employees that are being laid off. And we also coordinate that with our unemployment insurance division, as well as U.S. Department of Labor, EBSA office, things such as benefits and COBRA, things of that nature. So that's something that we do and assist employers with when they do a mass layoff. Bonding assistance through our federal bonding program for individuals that have a background and employers that are willing to take that insurance on and give those individuals that chance. And then WOTC, our work opportunity tax credit. Are you able to go to the next slide? Okay. That's the on-the-job training slide that Carly's going to outline. Was there any questions for me based on business services and our Delaware Joblink section? Once again, that's joblink.delaware.gov, G-O-V.
Yes, I have a question.
Sure.
Can you tell me about candidate screening? What does that mean when you say that you do candidate screening?
Candidate screening, that's something that the job referral specialist at each AJC, at the AJCs can work with you on in terms of if you're looking for an individual with a certain type of experience or background, they can screen our resume database and provide resumes referrals that meet that background that you're looking for a certain position.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions on anything I went over in terms of staff assistant services or how our business services unit works, or anything about DJL in general? Once again, those services are free to use for both job seekers as well as employers. No other questions? Not hearing anything.
Deborah, are you looking to?
Hello? Oh,
No,
was there another question that you say, or?
I thought maybe Deborah, she came off
I'm
mute,
gonna
but
put,
nope.
yeah, I'm putting Jennifer Jerzak's information, the Kent County Business Services Representative, in the chat, so everybody has that information.
Yep, and I also, if you guys lose it or something, I have her information too. You can
Okay,
contact
perfect.
me.
Thank you, Cindy.
Yeah, I like her.
Yeah,
I mean, she always tells me great things that are coming up to assist,
yeah, she
you know.
does.
How about training? Does the state pay for any kind of training?
We do, and Carly can actually outline, we do for certain programs. Carly can outline that, but we have an apprenticeship and training program. And she's going to go into our on-the-job training program in a second, as well as the Elevate Delaware program.
Okay,
And we also pay for, well, she'll get into that. I don't want to steal her thunder on that program. there.
got it.
Yeah. Any other questions though on what I outlined with Delaware Joblink or our business services unit in general? Okay. I think, Carly, you're on. if
Well,
you're-
thank
if
you,
you're
Chip.
ready. Yep, you're very welcome.
Morning, everyone. I'll give a quick introduction of myself. My name is Carly Horton, and I'm currently the Area Operations Manager for our Newark Special Projects team. I know that's a mouthful, but I do serve, everybody in the state for the programs that I oversee. One of them is Elevate Delaware, which I will get into. But I also oversee our APEX program, which is our advancement through pardons and expungements. So individuals that have a background or record have the opportunity to either have it expunged or pardoned. So those are the two things that I oversee and manage. And again, it's statewide. Even though I'm housed in the Newark office, I do we serve the entire state. So I'm going to go into our first slide, which is on the job training. This program has actually been around for a while, but a lot of people don't know about it. So we're trying to kind of reinvigorate it, get the word out. We have new funding that we've received to provide these services. So I will go into that in the next slide. So I know there's a lot on this slide. I'm going to take my time and break it down for you and go through it. So to explain a little bit more about what on-the-job training is, it's specialized training provided to an employee by an employer to help the employee develop the necessary skills and abilities to perform that job. The employer is eligible for 50% reimbursement of the employee's wages during the training period to help cover the cost of the training. And training can be a minimum of 4 weeks and a maximum of 13 weeks, with the average training plan about 3 months. So who is eligible? Businesses in the private sector, for profit, but not for nonprofit businesses that are physically located in the state of Delaware. Employers must be willing to hire for a full-time position with a minimum of 37.5 hours per week. The starting wage for the training position is at least a minimum of 16 per hour. And jobs added commission or tips to a below minimum wage base salary are excluded. Hires must be employees and not independent contractors. It is expected the new hire will be retained beyond the completion of the training, and the training will take place during normal shift hours. And the position, it's one position per 5 full-time employees, and current employees cannot be displaced by a new hire. And businesses must comply with the state and federal labor laws And if there is a union, there must be union concurrence. So this is a great opportunity. If you're a business and you have a need for new employees, but you don't have, you're afraid to take on individuals that don't have the training, this is a great opportunity because again, we're covering the wages. So it's kind of like we're taking on the responsibility. We're, vetting this new employee and stating that, they're going to be a good employee and that you really should be giving them this opportunity to help them learn and grow. And I think it's just a great program. So how to apply? An employment service representative will contact to assist you in completing job order items such as job title, qualifications, the number of positions you have, when they need to be filled by, and the number of desired resumes and interviews that you would like to conduct. And then our staff, again, will research the resumes to find pre-qualified candidates based on your requirements and the client's basic skills and talents. So again, this is kind of like a matching service. We're going to find you the best fit employee to make everybody, happy and, give everybody the right opportunity for your business and for that individual that's going to be part of the program. Right. Some other things that kind of happen with this process, again, our staff, employment service representative, will call and interview the candidates again to, pre-qualify them, make sure that they do meet the criteria that you discussed that you would like for that position. They will send you the resumes so that you can also review them and conduct your own interviews. And then once you've selected the person that you want to hire, we'll work closely with you to develop a training plan and details for the contract prior to the person being hired. And the contract must be signed before or on the actual start date of that new employee. And if there are any changes in the contract during that training period, we must know before the change takes place so we can properly modify the contract. And we'll work with you on invoicing so that you will be reimbursed quickly and you will be reimbursed as specified on the contract based on actual wages paid. And then we'll pay for straight time hours, no holidays, vacations, or sick pay, only hours that are worked. I'm going to pause here because I know that was a mouthful and see if anybody has any questions on this specific program.
But we got a quiet group today.
I guess so. I was just
Well,
quickly checking the chat to see, but
yeah,
it
we're
was
gonna check.
all about the email before. Okay, all right. So I guess I will move on to the next topic. All right. So again, as mentioned, I don't oversee the OJT program, and I'm going to provide you a link in the chat once I'm done speaking, where if you're interested as an employer in the program and looking to apply, there is an actual online form that you can fill out and be connected to the person that actually oversees that program. But I do, however, oversee the Elevate Delaware program. This program has been since January of 2022, now that we're in 2023. So it's been around almost about a year. And the idea for this program is to support small businesses in retaining their employees. So this program allows employers that, small businesses don't really have the opportunity to send their employees for further training, further education. That's something that you typically see, in higher corporation companies that have, more money. So this is a great opportunity because it allows small businesses that have 51 or less employees to be able to send their employees for training. So this is a great opportunity. And, it also helps you retain that employee. If you're able to provide that training, that employee is going to want to stay with you because they're able to grow in the position that they have, and, help that company grow and, continue to, have both sides flourish. So a little bit about the program itself. Again, to qualify, you have to have 51 or less employees, and you have to be subject to Delaware state income tax in order to be eligible for this program. Some things that are provided to the individuals who are getting their program certificate. We offer payments to support, obviously, the completion of the program, some basic living expenses, and then again, it's for non-credit certificate programs. So this isn't for a 4-year degree or 2-year, but this is for non-credit certificate programs.
So would that be, can I just ask a question? When you say that, so let's say we have a couple employees that don't know Microsoft very well, because it is kind of sometimes complicated.
Mhm.
Can you send your employees to school to learn that program off this?
So yes, we have the opportunity to do that. We do have a select list of providers or schools that we work with. But the one thing that's great about this program, we are willing to vet, if you have a school in mind or a program in mind that's not on our list, we are willing to vet that program to see, if we can add it to our list. Obviously, there's no guarantees, but I think it's a great opportunity and it's worth trying. But I do know that we have programs that are for Microsoft. We even have QuickBooks that we've sent people for. So there are opportunities like that out there.
Okay.
Again, some benefits for your employees. Again, it improves their skills. It gives them more opportunities. Hopefully, they could eventually earn a pay raise or an increase or promotion through this program. But some benefits for you as an employer. You're going to have employees that now have skills that they didn't used to have. So that helps your business. Again, it's a retention piece. If putting in value into your employees helps, retain that employee, again, gives them that growth opportunity. And I have to say, I was a recruiter before I started at the Department of Labor. And, it's all about your value add for your employees. And then again, invest in your workforce development.
Well,
Go
ahead,
I'm sorry.
Michelle.
Question. Now, does the employers have to, I guess, enroll in this program, or can the employees just, if the employers don't, I guess, register with this program, can the employees come separately?
The employees can come separately because what we're going to do is they're going to get a case manager, and that case manager is going to have to go through eligibility documents with them. So they have to be able to go through that process, provide the required information for us to consider them to be eligible. And then they will eventually, one of the forms is actually for the employer to fill out to confirm, how many employees that you do have to make sure it falls within the 51 or less. But the employers don't have to register, but you're more than welcome to reach out to me via email saying, hey, I have these 3 employees that want to take this program, can you reach out to them and get them started in that process?
Okay, great. Thank you.
Really, how do you register your business to be a training opportunity? I work for the American Legion Ambulance, and we are working on a training division. So we qualify for the other side, but we're looking at ways to get out into the public and provide training. I understand from your predecessor, who was there for like a day when I talked to them, that there was a process.
There is a process, and I know like I said, we have on-the-job training. There was the previous slide where you provide training for your employees. But becoming a trainer yourself, I haven't actually learned a lot about that portion yet. But I think the best person that if you wanted to reach out to, and I can put this in the chat, her name is Gina Aurora. And she would be the best person to reach out about becoming an actual trainer for them.
Awesome.
I think just the QuickBook training for a lot of small businesses, because I know the online one is changing like crazy, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just changed it. It's nuts.
Yeah, I mean, just to go do that for a lot of these small companies would be beneficial, I think, you know.
It's a great program. And again, there's no guarantees, but each individual employee can get up to $10,000 to be able to do this program.
Wow.
Now, when you say subject to Delaware income, like we're a nonprofit, we're a public ambulance company, but we're a nonprofit. So I know we don't qualify for the first one you were talking about because you said nonprofits didn't. But when you say subject to Delaware income tax, I obviously pay Delaware income tax for my employees. Is that what you mean, or am I misunderstanding? Okay, so we would qualify then. Okay, cool.
And then just while we're on the subject, Elevate, Delaware, and OGT are just two of multiple opportunities for individuals to get training. As Chip mentioned earlier, we have other opportunities as well for training for individuals to be funded. If you have somebody who's interested in a 2-year or 4-year degree, there are opportunities for that. Obviously, Elevate doesn't. But we do have those opportunities.
Okay, good.
Hello, I just have a question. Forgive me, because I know you probably already went over it because I was, something happened in the office and I had to step out for a second. But with the basic living expenses, are you saying that the program will contribute towards like the employee participants, their living expenses?
So that's a great question, and I like to use an example to kind of explain it. As stated, individuals can be awarded up to $10,000. So let's say we have someone who chose a program that only costs $5,000. That means that they have $5,000 left over. They're allowed to use that $5,000 to help them cover critical expenses, a water bill, electric, car payment, something that, is urgent, that would impact them from not being able to successfully complete, their program. Stuff that's strenuous on them, we can relieve some of that burden so they can continue to go through their schooling.
That's awesome.
And I had another question, because I heard a Microsoft Office and QuickBooks mention. Do you do like LexisNexis training, like research?
I haven't seen LexisNexis on our list, but as stated before, we're always willing to vet and go look through those programs. We have an actual individual that's her sole responsibility is to contact the school and look through and make sure that the program aligns with our mission and again, there's no guarantees, but I think it's always a great opportunity to try to see.
Okay.
Is there a list like on your website of those?
Yes.
What are already vetted?
Yep. So if you go to joblink.delaware.gov, and actually I will go back a couple slides to show you.
Yeah, I apologize. I was late.
It's okay. No worries. So this is, if you go to joblink.delaware.gov, you'll see the box that says find the best. And then there's a tab that says find training. You don't even have to type in a keyword. As long as you click on find training and then search, it's going to pull up the majority of our list of who we work with. Again, Elevate Delaware has their own list as well that's not published on this site, because we're always adding. Something that we recently added that wasn't part of our list was drone flying. So we've had a couple individuals, learn how to fly the drones and get certified for that. So, I think it's a great opportunity. I think the sky's kind of the limit with it. Again, no guarantees, but I think it's worth a try. I mean, I'm just that person, I think everything's always worth a try.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Awesome. Yeah, we're getting ready to try to add this as an incentive to our benefits packages because we don't do tuition reimbursement or anything like that. I saw the flyer and I'm like, oh, this sounds like perfect. A way to get started in that process. With that, it costed me a small fortune as far as the company goes.
Absolutely. And that was the whole idea, around that program was to support the small businesses who aren't able to do, to do that.
Right. Awesome.
As Chip mentioned earlier, we also do have, the apprenticeship program, registered apprenticeship. So if, certifications or, degree options, aren't, what your employee is looking for, or if you just know somebody that, is interested in doing a registered apprenticeship, we have a contact for that as well. And I can put that in the chat at the end before we leave, so that way you have that. Again, it's another opportunity for that.
Great.
I'll go back to the last slide. And that's, to be honest with you, that is all that I had today, for on-the-job training and Elevate Delaware, but I'm willing to stay on and answer questions. Before I became manager, I worked as an employment services representative. So I know a lot about, what the Department of Labor does. I used to be one of the employees that, helped employers with their job search, hunting their job search. I go through their resumes, I vet them. So it's a great opportunity. And I think what makes it different than, like, say, Indeed, because I know employers put their stuff on Indeed and there's no real process. You actually have a person, that's me, that's actually doing that, going through and doing the recommendations to the employers versus just an automated, email being spit out.
Because isn't it when people put resumes online, like through Indeed, doesn't that only pull certain words out of there? So they can only go. See, to me, it seems like you'd miss a lot of valuable people.
Yep. So I think that's another benefit of using Delaware Joblink. Again, you're going to have a person sitting there going through the resumes who've learned the system. So, if we don't find it by keywords, we have multiple ways to, finagle around in the system and find people.
Great. Do you have any more questions, or we can go through and let everyone introduce themselves?
Yeah, I can
We got
stop
extra
sharing so I can
time.
see everybody. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right.
It always looks like more people this way. So we'll start with Erlene. She's pretty, she comes to all my coffee coachings.
I like them. I enjoy hearing the speakers, learning something
Yes.
new. I made some notes. I'm always in need of help. So that was a good meeting for me this morning. But I have a financial education business, basically teach families how money works. Also an ambassador for the Chamber of Commerce and a substitute teacher.
And then we can jump down to, does anybody have to leave early? So I don't miss anybody. No? Okay, how about Denise Burke?
Good morning, everybody. I'm Denise Burke, and I actually also work for the Department of Labor. I'm with Vocational Rehabilitation, which is a sister agency to Employment and Training, and I'm the Senior Administrator of Business Relations. So I manage a team statewide. of business relations specialists who assist people with disabilities to obtain employment. And we send our clients to training, college, whatever it takes for them to be successful on their career pathway. And we like to, obviously, we reach out to businesses and connect with them. And we can provide training on Americans with Disabilities Act if anybody has any needs any information on that. But we do know that it's a huge initiative of most companies to diversify their workforce. So please, turn to us and we can help you do that. Again, we also screen candidates, make sure people have the kind of qualifications and training and skill that you're looking for. And I also want to introduce Liz Phillips, who is our business relations specialist in Sussex County, but we do tend to cross lines and work with employers from everywhere. So I will jump over to Liz and let her introduce herself.
I'm
Thanks.
sorry, could you repeat your name?
Denise Burke.
Thank you.
Earlier, we met at the Milford Job Fair.
Well, that's what I wondered. I thought you looked awful familiar.
Yeah.
Thanks, Denise. I might look familiar to some of you too at CDCC. This is Liz Phillips. I was formerly with the Alzheimer's Association. I'm now working with Denise in the Department of Labor and DVR, and I'm brand new to the organization. So I will be working with Denise as an employment service specialist, working with and servicing individuals with disabilities and helping them find work to fulfill their job goals. So that's what I'll be doing, and I'm learning the ropes, but I'm so happy to see that we'll be working with CDCC again, and I'll reconnect with all of you once again. So hello, Cindy, and everybody else that knows me.
Okay, did Jen? Havel?
Oh, hi, I'm Jen Havel. I'm with the American Legion Ambulance here in Smyrna. Again, we just created a training division, so I'm looking at how to outsource that. But again, we're also looking at ways to train our staff outside of obviously becoming qualified EMTs. We're looking at how to, get our corporals leadership training. And I'm an office of like 1.5 people. So HR training, payroll training, things like that. And we're small. So again, we struggle with trying to find the extra funding for that because we are a nonprofit. So this is a lot of opportunities presented here today that'll be really helpful.
Good. And Karen Vicks.
Hello, my name is Karen Vicks, and I'm a local attorney. I represent disabled folks in both obtaining Social Security disability benefits, and also I represent veterans in their fight for service-connected disability benefits. And I do refer a lot of people to DVR.
Thank you. Appreciate that partnership.
That's what we try to do, partner people together. Okay, Joe, I don't see your picture. I see you.
Yep, I'm here. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Hi.
Good morning.
I'm Joe Garner. I'm here with the Garner Group Financial. It's me and my father. We actually just left our firm a few months ago, back in November. So we're on our own now. We're both independent advisors. We're just looking to meet new people, network, and we're new to the area. We're actually down in Delaware. So we have a few clients in Dover. Most of our clients are in New Jersey. We have some in Maryland. So we're just really looking to, kind of meet everyone. We go to the mixers, we go to, a lot of the chamber meetings, kind of like this one. So, I just wanted to, put our face out there and just, see what everyone else is up to. I actually seen Karen on TV. So I just wanted to see, I have seen your commercials. So, it's good to see, everyone out here, getting stuff done on here and, spreading the word for, their businesses and things like that. So it's good to see that the community's, going strong.
Thank you. Michelle, the Villers.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Michelle DeVillers. My company is Celestial Shoes and Kicking Rocks Footwear, where We actually have a mobile shoe company where you don't have to go to the mall. The mall actually comes to you, and Kicking Rock Shoes is actually a safety shoe company. So if the Department of Labor is looking for, anyone is looking for safety shoes, definitely we have that available. So we do all types of shoes. So thank you, Michelle DeVillers, Celestial Shoes, and Kicking Rocks Footwear.
Thank you. And then we have Deborah.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm Deb Whitten, Delaware State Housing Authority here in Dover on the Green. I'm popping in here. It's always good to hear what the other agencies are offering and get some great ideas as well as to what everybody else is doing. And just wanted to let everyone know that we're here if we can be of any help. Housing market is tight right now. Rental assistance is tight right now. So we may not have the answers for you, but we'll certainly find something. Give us a shout out if we put you in the right direction. And we do thank you, CDCC, for taking the time to have these sessions for us so that we can get to know our neighbors a little better and get to know what the other agencies and the services that are provided. It's much appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I see Jennifer. I haven't seen you, Jennifer, since I had to leave Delaware. Are you there?
Hi, I'm here. I'm sorry I'm late.
That's
Forgot to
okay.
put it on my phone calendar, and we're on the road today. But yeah, I missed you the last coffee coaching, but thank you. I'm Department of Labor too. Thanks.
Okay, does anybody else have any questions? Or one other question, does anyone have any suggestions on other coffee coachings you'd like to see? Because I'm looking, and I'm looking for people that would like to do presentations. So if you have any ideas or they come to you, please email me, call me. So nobody has any, huh?
It's
I wanna
early. Give us
thank-
a little time. Maybe we'll email later.
Yeah, think about it, you know,
Maybe
or
finish my
something
coffee
comes
first.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, something comes up during the week, and oh, that'd be a great coffee coaching. You know,
Absolutely.
so. But I want to thank our sponsors again. We have Bavarian Bakery and Dolce Sorel Ice Cream and Putt-Putt. And our Mini Masters is coming up. So if you've never been to it, it's a great mixer and fun to go play Putt-Putt.
Yep.
If you want to register a team.
An amazing ice cream. Oh my God. It's so
Yes, yes. Does anybody else have any other questions or suggestions or? No? Okay, it looks like we will be ending then. And I want to thank you, Chip and Carly, for the great presentation.
Thank you.
Yeah,
you for
we
having us.
appreciate
The
it very
opportunity.
much.
Thank you.
Hopefully some people send some of their employees to school. I think it's great.
You may have mentioned this earlier, but the slides that were shown,
Mhm.
are you going to send those out?
Yes, I can. I'll email them.
Oh, please. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I'll email you the whole thing and that way you'll have it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you, everybody, and y'all have a great day.
All right.
Cindy, can you hang
Thank
up
you.
for a
Everybody
second?
have a great day.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
bye-bye.
Thanks, Cindy.
Take care.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Was
See
it-
you later.
Yep, bye, Michelle.
Is it done recording?